Hello. Hi, Tate. I'm KP. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Disclaimer, this is my first ever celebrity interview. So
Oh my God.
you're taking my
Exciting.
celebrity interview virginity right now.
Wow.
So it's been a bit since we've done a virtual interview. I think the last time you were with us, it was during our virtual prom. I don't know if you remember that.
Yes,
You were blonde at the time.
I was blonde.
So I have to ask, did someone break your heart? Is that why you're a brunette now?
So I went all dark and crazy.
Yeah.
No, I make a lot of really spontaneous decisions, and then I'll like literally do it like the day of. Like it's not even like a week notice. And I literally was just like, Mom, I'm going to the hair salon today. And she was like, when did you decide that? And I was just like, today. Like I just like needed to like change my hair. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Decision.
How did you do that? Going to like, I was a brunette and I'm a blonde now, and I'm like, my hair is so damaged because of it. Do you ever feel like you gotta get split ends?
My hair is so dead now. When I was like 15, I had the healthiest, the longest brown hair. And then I literally went blonde in like one session and just fried it all off.
Literally, story of my freaking life. Okay, I have to admit, I did stalk your TikTok a ton last night. I'm kind of obsessed with TikTok.
Lord.
Do you ever feel like a pressure to continuously post and make sure like what you're doing, like you're following the trends? Do you ever feel like it's just an added stress, or do you like TikTok?
It depends because some days I really like it. And then some days I'm just like, I think it just like honestly depends on like what I'm doing in my life. Like when I am in work mode and when I'm in the studio and I'm like really creative, that's when I'm like, I don't want to do TikToks right now. Like I don't want to be doing social media when I'm like in a zone where I want to make an album or I want to start releasing music. But then again, like if I'm bored, I'm gonna make a TikTok. So.
I spend an ungodly amount of hours on TikTok.
Right.
How many?
It's disgusting. It is disgusting.
Yeah.
Like I looked at my screen time yesterday and I'm like, this is horrifying. I'm never touching my phone again after seeing it.
You know what's even worse? The TikTok drafts. How many drafts do you have in your TikTok?
So many. So many.
I would rather someone walk in on me naked than walk and hack into my TikTok and look at my drafts.
I agree, actually. It's pretty embarrassing.
I love it. All right. So you're going to be at our Channel 955 Jingle Ball December 6th. Yeah. And I have to ask you, have you already picked out what you're going to wear? Because I'm struggling.
No, we're very last minute with everything. But yeah, no.
No? Okay. I was kind of hoping someone would give me some direction, but you're no help either. So.
I'll take what you want to get closer to.
All right. Well, I'm obsessed with your new single. You have posted a ton of TikToks with it in the background, and I'm loving it. And I have to ask, there's this new trend. Did you start this where they're going like, I don't even know how to, I can't even spread my, they're like, what is this? What?
I don't even know what that is. It's just like, I saw it on TikTok one day and people were just like doing this thing with their fingers. It's like, apparently a lot of people can't do it and a lot of people can do it.
Yeah, I know, I can't even, I can do this on this hand, but I can't spread these fingers apart. It's like taking everything in me to spread it apart.
Yeah, I don't really know who started it. I think that was like a trend I saw one day. And I was just like, oh, this is cool.
I love it. Well, tell me about your writing process for this new album. I have been like binging it, listening to it, and you have been known just to be so transparent and honest with your writing and your lyrics, and your fans really connect to what you sing about. And I could really feel the pain when I was listening to it too. So tell me about like your songwriting process. When you get an idea, do you write it down in your notes? Like, how does the whole songwriting process work for you?
Yeah, I mean, I get ideas like when I'm on the plane or when I'm, in bed. So I just have like a million voice notes, just like terrible voice notes that I end up like having to play for like the producers in the room. And it just sounds like so bad when I'm playing it out loud. But yeah, I'm always jotting down notes. My brain is like super scattered and like all over the place. So when my notes are just like literally like 2 words. And I'm like, how am I supposed to know what I was thinking about? Like with these,
what was I saying?
Like, this means nothing. But yeah, I feel like I'm a very creativity sparks at any moment of the day. And then when I'm in a session, it's just like grind time. I'll just, try to think of ideas and come up with things fresh on the spot.
Okay. Have you ever had a guy that you were talking to read into your songs, your lyrics?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I think that's like the worst thing about being a songwriter is like, you have to like tell them that all the songs you're writing, like, because sometimes it can be like a real moment that they said that like inspired something, and then like a fake song. So it's just like it depends on the situation, because I'm like, it could have been one thing and I'm not, this isn't actually about you, but it like is kind of like, there's little moments that you take, and there's exaggerations, and I think yeah, for sure people can read into it.
It's kind of like someone's reading your journal.
Oh yeah, and it's like not even a legit journal, because I'm like, it's like there's like three people in the room, or you're bouncing off ideas, or you're like, this is what someone said to me, oh that sounds cool in this context. So it's like it changes.
Yeah
I
love it. Have you ever had any issues like with the guys you're talking to, like they just like with being all out there, and it just like you know what I'm trying to get at?
I don't talk to that many people. But the guys that I've like they've all been super cool and just like really great people. So I don't think I haven't come into any like psycho men yet.
Yet is the key word. So you just came back from tour. Well, you just came back from tour.
Yeah.
So do you ever feel like the more that you rise and the more like that you're just experiencing, your career, do you feel like you're going to lose that kind of spark and like honesty in your music? Do you feel like you will always be able to relate to, your fans?
I mean, the thing about it is like my music has changed so dramatically, even from when I was 13. Like I started releasing songs on YouTube when I was 13 years old. And I think it's the weird part about all of this is that you're literally at the same time of growing up, you're writing about it. So it's like I'm documenting and giving out my whole life details to the world. And I'm still figuring out who I am as a person, which is crazy. Like when you started like really, really releasing music at 16, it's like, that's so young. And so, yeah, I mean, I feel like they're just riding with me, my fans, just seeing where I'm going, which is really awesome. I mean, they're always with me, which is amazing.
That's cool. So I know you did a collab with Khalid. He's going to be at our Channel 955 Jingle Ball.
He's the best.
Do you ever feel like, is it more of like a professional relationship when you see another artist that you've worked with, or like an artist that you've, kind of chatted with? Is it more of a professional relationship, or is it a friendship? Like, do you get excited to see certain people when you're on tour, or when you're like going to events?
Yeah. Khalid's one of those people that is like when I see him, I mean, yeah, I mean, those kind of events are crazy. Like there's so many people that you don't know. When you know someone who like actually knows you on a personal level, it's like very calming. I mean, I've been to so many events where I've seen Khalid and I've been like, oh, thank God you're here. Like, it's one of those, like, I don't know.
It's refreshing.
Yeah, it's just cool to have. I have like a few people in the industry, which I feel very lucky that I've met already and have just kind of taken me under their wing and just been really amazing people, which has been just like so helpful throughout everything.
So I heard that you were a celebrity correspondent at the MTV Music Awards. How was that, interviewing celebrities? Do you feel like your questions were like basic? You don't want to feel like you don't want to ask people like basic questions. They always get asked a million times. Did you feel that pressure? Kind of like interviewing your peers in a way.
Yeah, I mean, at first I was really nervous because they gave me all these cue cards and I was like, I can't memorize this. I've never been able to memorize tests. I've never been able to memorize things in school. How do you expect me to memorize these now? And I was like really stressed, whatever, memorizing it. And then I get to the actual VMAs and like, you can literally see me like, oh my God, like I just like totally like threw the cue cards away. And I was just so excited to see all these people that I think it helped because the interviews were just like a fun conversation with just like my friends. But yeah, it was, I feel like I was way more like worked up for something that was like, they were so chill and it just felt like way more calming when I saw the artist. But I do have way more sympathy for interviewers now.
Yeah. Yeah. Takes a lot.
It does.
Taking
It's
everything.
it is stressful. Yeah.
All right, let's see. Oh, I want to ask you this. What's your toxic trait, you think?
Ooh. My toxic trait, I think this is like kind of like a Cancer thing. Like, I'm blaming it on my astrology. But I feel like I can like really hold a grudge, which I'm trying to work on. But if like I'm super loving and I will care for my friends like till, I'm like super there for them always. But then like the second that I like feel something's off, I like totally will like step back and I'll just like, go a little ghosty. And I think that's something that I'm trying to work on. Is just I can just hold a grudge for a really long time and I'm trying to work on forgiveness.
Okay, so my toxic trait is eating people's leftovers. Let's not be too deep here. What's your toxic trait that's not super deep?
Okay. My toxic trait is, well, I do always make my friends like switch plates with me. Like I'll order something in a restaurant and their meal is just like always better than mine. So
Isn't that how it goes? You just gotta like get food envy. The person next to you's like, oh, I wish I ordered that sandwich, not mine.
literally.
I love it. Well, thank you for being with us, Tate. I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm so excited to see you live at our Jingle Ball on the 6th.
Thank
And if
you.
you figure out what you're wearing, please let me know because we need some help here at Channel 955.
Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you.
Bye.